Hey everybody, welcome to Silly Streams. So what we're doing is starting an NBA 2K expansion team season. So I've already skipped the first year, because first year is pretty boring. You got an expansion team draft and things like that. It's not very fun. So I completely skipped it. Got a couple of trades in to get some extra picks. As you can see, our record was 22-60, which was awful. 16. So we are the second worst team in the league. We are the San Diego Surf. I went ahead and made one West Coast team, one East Coast team. The East Coast team is the Pittsburgh Force. Go ahead and dive into the draft lottery. Let's see who's getting who. So as you can see, we're projected to go number 2 and number 13 thanks to a trade that I made with the Utah Jazz. So here's our number 13 pick. Let's see if it stays. Yep, stays 13, which is fine. I like 13. It's not a. People say it's an unlucky number. I think we can get a steal on a 13. One important thing to note is that I loaded a draft class for this year coming up. So it'll have Lonzo Ball, Fultz. Unfortunately, it wasn't that great of a draft class, so there's potential for someone like Ball to drop to the 10s. I do think it will still be enjoyable, though, and I'm really looking forward to playing with the rookies that are going to come into the league. And we're getting the 2. So if you look in, we've got the number 2, we've got the number 13, we've got the number 21. So we can do some damage here in the draft. We can get some good players on draft. Let's see who we're going to get. I'm hoping we get Fultz. They want to target Dennis Smith Jr. We'll say we will draft him because chances are he's going to be the best available, which, like I said, this is very different from real life because Lonzo Ball or Josh Jackson are potentially going at the 2. Dennis Smith, I think, is projected at the 9, so you can see that there's a little bit of a difference. And here's the NBA draft. Let's get started. Number 1, Celtics are going with Harry Giles. Do I want Fultz, who was the guy that I was targeting specifically, or do we want to go with Dennis Smith? I've already said that I would draft him. I don't even want to look at the trade offers. Let's dive in here. Let's see who we're going to get. Let's see what his overall is. 77. That is fantastic. Let's go ahead and choose a prospect. Let's see. So we have everything as a need. I mean, I need every position. So the question is, do I want to get Josh Jackson, who's going to be very, very good? Do I want to get a power forward, Rab? Do I want to get a shooting guard, a different small forward? I mean, the possibilities are endless here. Let's take a look at Jackson and see. So his inside scoring is good. It's average. Outside, see, this is not that accurate in my draft him. We can still potentially get Rab. So we got, keep in mind, we got a point guard, now we have a small forward, and Josh Jackson. 19 pick. Who is available and who do we want? So we can still get Rab. Looks like some solid shooting guards are out there. Let's see. We don't need another small forward, but I just want to see if we made a smart decision. So scoring is the same, except for that is terrible. Perimeter defense was the same. Rebounding athleticism, I believe, was the same. Potential is worse. So I think we made a smart choice there. Obviously, we don't want OG because he's got foot issues based off what the trainer said. So I think we go with Rab. Get us a strong power forward to round out the teams. Because Montrezl Harrell, I promised my owner earlier on that I would get rid of him. He wasn't very happy last year with his play, his production. So we get to move up and we get somebody that's a little bit cheaper. Right here. So we need a shooting guard for sure. And hopefully we can get a very good one in the free agency. That will really round out our starting 5. But we're going to be a young team. We're going to be exciting. Everyone is going to love to watch the San Diego Surf. All right, so here's our draft summary for the first round. Giles, 76 overall. It's a solid pick, but I definitely would have gone with Fultz. I mean, look at that. Playmaking, agility. He's 20 years old. He's 6'5". That's a very, very big guy. 184 pounds for a point guard. I mean, look at the difference. 6'5", 6'2", and almost 20 pounds difference between Dennis Smith Jr. and Fultz. Let's see. Lonzo Ball went 4. Jason Tatum, who's projected to go 4, I think in real life, went 8th. That's a terrible pick. Look at that. So we have all these high 70s and then 68. High 70, got a couple of 70s. Force, there's our rivals, the new expansion team other than us. They got a pretty solid pick. We got Jackson, which I think is going to be stellar. We turn around and got Rab. So we've got some very good. All of our players are a minimum of 73 that we got out of this draft. I mean, that's pretty solid. I always like to see if there's any steals in the second round, which it looks like that's a steal right there. 72, 70, 71. That's a steal right there. So here's our roster. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. So we need a minimum of 4 more players in order to have a roster of 12. I would like to get 13 or 14 just for some added depth. But, I mean, even these guys are decent. Stone's pretty terrible. But I kind of like the other guys that we have. Really excited about these rookies here. $81 million in cap space. 81. That is... that's... The 1, the 2, the backups, the 3 backups, the 4, and the 5. So we're not going to start Bolden, which might be a bad decision because he's such a good defender. But man, we got Greg Monroe. It's going to be awesome. And we also have a ton of cap space. 29 million cap space. That's insane. So let's see. Let's download. Let's see if there's a 2018 draft class, which there is. Obviously, 2018 is a ways away, so there's going to be some discrepancies. It's going to look a little weird, but we're going with it. There's the new season of the San Diego Surf. Thank you guys for joining. It's going to be a good season. Stay tuned for updates and stay tuned for more videos. Me actually playing and getting a feel for this spectacular team. We're young. We're going to be great. We're going to make stupid mistakes, but I think it's a dynasty that we can build on. Have a good day.